Here we go. Okay, I will just wait. This is the time when you just figure out are you live or not. Hello, am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Wow, they're amazing words. This awkwardness just never ends. Every time you have to start a stream, you have to keep saying, "Am I live? Am I live? Am I live?" So it would be really helpful if somebody on the chat right now tells me if I am live. Okay, I guess we'll just wait and watch and we'll get to know whether we are live or not because I have no clue. I think yes, yes, we are live, right? We are live. Somebody please confirm. ऐसे अगर कोई देख रहा है तो please confirm. Uh, okay, this awkwardness just feels weird because it's just ये like you're watching in कि अरे हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा कोई बता देगा तो बेटर होगा कि लाइव है कि नहीं है चलो yes yes Ankit Kamble has said yes I am live all right thank you hello and welcome everybody to this new episode of On the Bench sports podcast that is run by me and Anu Menon the amazing Anu Menon the very happy Anu Menon Ibrahim Zakir also says yes you are and I will just tweet again that here we go once because here we go is a very key term right now so here we go बोलने में बड़ा मजा आता है go 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 करके मैं ऐसे here we go करके ट्वीट कर दिया मस्त and yes so everybody who's here hi Pratik, hi Akshay, hi Suvashmit Gupta, yo, hello everybody. Please, everybody who's here, thanks for joining, guys. And if you're here, तो मस्त ऐसे like कर ही दो because you know how liking always helps us. You know the whole drill. मैं हर बार ये शुरू में काफी बार बोलता हूँ कि once you're liking the thing, algorithm pushes it to more people, and if more people see it, then we are encouraged to put out more stuff. Everything. It would be good if you invite guests in every episode. Okay, Akshay, thank you. Moderator has already made a request. ऐसे शुरू भी नहीं हुआ था ढंग से ऐसे गांव बसानी वाला feeling आ गई. Hello from Miami. Hello back to Miami. I hope everything is fine in Miami. I have no idea what is the COVID situation over here over there. But Nat Phillips to Bournemouth on loan. Yeah, I have heard about that. I have heard about in fact bigger than that, man. Dele Ali also. To Everton. Wow, Lampard is clearly having an impact. But Shweta, yeah, finally excited to hear and you after the Nadal win. Yes. So yes, welcome again to on the bench episode 11. And I will just repeat once more, guys. Whoever's here, please like as a smash that like button must so that algorithm pushes it to more and we are all slaves of the algorithm I say यही तो है बस and on that nice note let's please ऐसे welcome ऐसे Anu Menon let's have a like a polite ऐसे Anu Menon
Hi.
hello Anu what is up
I was really shocked. You said the 11 episodes already we've done.
Yeah, this is the 12th actually.
Acha. So it was nice to welcome us back after a break by saying, why don't you have guests?
Yeah, it's I mean, wow, man, somebody straight up, and that's a moderator also, by the way. Like, why do you have guests, guys? Come on, have guests. Everybody knows the drill. Have like bigger guests.
Just be better.
Then suddenly the stream gets more views and everything. But we'll do it more and more. Right now, we are trying to build up a self-sustaining model, which is basically doing it for ourselves.
Anu, shall we do it today? Yeah, okay, cool. It's too late to ask anyone. So we'll just chat.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Chennai.
You're in Chennai, yeah, and I'm in Delhi, which is why
why you're wearing this. I was thinking, Bombay is still so cold or what?
Dude, I've given up on shaving also. I'm like, dude, I can't do this over here. After 5 years of Bombay, Delhi cold is really killing me right now. But it's still better. I think in the last 3-4 days, it has gotten better. इससे पहले तो बहुत ज़्यादा कपड़े मतलब फट रहे थे, इतनी ज़्यादा ठंडी apparently. But right now it's still better. How's it in Chennai?
Fine. I mean, for Chennai, it's quite good and all. Yeah,
it's good amount, right? Okay, let's should we read some of the chats? Gallery view करो. Gallery view नहीं किया हुआ है क्या? हाँ, gallery view तो किया हुआ है. Gallery view करो. Okay, पता नहीं किसी ने डाल दिया. Setup change. Somebody just said setup change. कुछ setup change किया है क्या? I think background change. Oh, that's because That's not really a setup.
That's because the geography change.
Yeah, it's a geography change. And इधर तो काफी जुगाड़ भी लगा हुआ है, by the way. Like there is no a tripod stand over here. So there's a bloody lamp which is just like ऐसे inverted करके facing me for like.
I have one curl also that's a bit unruly today. So sorry. Yeah, it's really disturbing me. Sorry. Continue as you were.
Yeah, you have a curl that's disturbing you. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, it's These are not even lines that I don't hear. Like Nidhi is also big into the. We have talked about this, the curly
Yes,
girl thing.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but you don't know there's a
And Nidhi
secret behind
also,
it.
by the way, has congratulated me yesterday on Nadal's victory. I said,
Which
see,
which I
yeah,
will also get to, by the way. I also tweeted out congratulations to. I
that's
didn't
true.
even say
That's true.
congratulations to Nadal. I said
Yes.
congratulations to Anu Menon, only to you. And you said thanks to my friend Anshu More for understanding when he said congratulations to Nadal and you. I'm
Because
like,
it was
what
a
is this?
funnier tweet.
I just said congratulations to you. I didn't even congratulate
He
Nadal.
said it's as much your victory as it is Nadal, which I thought was very well put. If you had just thought a little, now put some thought into the tweet, I feel.
Okay, fine. I will put more thought into tweets from now on. I thought I was putting a lot. Okay, 442 के साथ टाइम हो गया rivalry OP. अरे नहीं नहीं अच्छा 442 भी अभी चल रहा है क्या? कोई बात नहीं. हाँ वो उनका भी तो वैसे बनता ही अभी ट्रांसफर डेडलाइन पे
Yeah.
तो they will obviously do it. Anu Menon is celebrity. Yes, Anu Menon, Anu OP. And why is Anu treated like a guest when she's the host herself? I don't do that, man. I just
He
yeah.
does. He does a bit, but then I'm like, okay, just disappear now. I'll call you on. All this jazz he does. So I'm like, okay. I mean, patriarchy is existent. Okay, I'm
I
used to it. But anyway, girl child and all.
Anu. You're doing this to me. Okay, guys. I'm being okay. Everton collecting the pointless. Yeah, a lot of things. Okay, gallery. Okay, fine. But let's first start this podcast. Let's start talking about sports. Which sport do you think, Anu, we should talk about? Any sport do you have in mind? Maybe table tennis, maybe badminton.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to start because PV Sindhu won the one cup a few weeks ago. So I mean, did you watched quite a few matches, no, of the Australian Open?
Yeah. I was
Is there?
watching. I watched quite a few. Medvedev के तो काफी देख लिए मैंने. And yeah, I watched like if I would not watch them live, I would see the highlights and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did.
So I feel today like, oh my God, like it's 2 weeks of non-stop action I've had, I feel.
Yeah.
And now, it's that emptiness after the big event. So I now have to wait till May.
But thank God for the Australian Open to fill the void that India-South Africa series was clearly causing, so thank God.
I was so happy that I had a very good distraction.
Yes.
And that I didn't have to, I don't know. Like, should I have just been happy that KL Rahul won tosses? Like, I don't know anymore because that was the highlight.
I actually were you like crying and really were you like really?
Yeah. No, you have no idea. Like I broke down.
Seriously?
I broke down because I held it in, and I wailed. Then my mother came and had to pat me and said, "It's okay, be happy." Then my son was like, "Oh no, is this the worst? I don't know whether you're sad. Be happy." He said, "Are you laughing or crying, Mama?" It was a moment.
It's like the mother and son both are trying to console you in middle.
Yeah. I was sandwiched in between, and then my mother very generously opened some bubbly, even though she was cheering for Medvedev like a traitor in the next room. So I said, I refuse to watch the match with you. I was watching in my own thing. And then also today was the only time I actually watched it properly because yesterday after I was pacing and all, no? Pacing, praying, coming in, looking through your hands.
So wait, you saw the whole match again today?
No, the stuff that I missed.
Okay. Wow.
From the third set onwards.
Yeah, when he
was the third set, I missed stuff.
2-3 and like Medvedev had 3 break points, if I'm not wrong, which is the picture that's going viral around also. That what humans can achieve, if they want.
6-2, 7-6, 3-2, 40 love.
Yeah.
And then, but to be fair, I feel like I know a lot is made of it. But to be fair, Nadal lost that second set. I mean, he shouldn't have made heavy weather of it. He lost it. He was up 2 breaks. I mean, he lost the break, got one back. So I feel like he was quite fragile and timid on a lot of big points. Whether it was the lack of match play, I don't know. But it's a very interesting thing. I ask you this. It's about also how he's coached, right? Because his uncle always gave him the idea that anyone could beat him and you have to be humble. Being humble is one thing. But then at some point, I feel like own the fact that you're Rafael Nadal when you enter a court. If you're always going to feel like the underdog in every match, I feel that stupidity and not humility, at some level.
Be a Kohli.
But come on, exactly. But this thing has been drilled into my Uncle Tony. Like, anyone can beat you, and all. And you also know that Felix Auger-Aliassime is coached by Uncle Tony now. So a lot of times in this match against Medvedev, it was almost a Nadal-esque way a point was created, like just the structure of how it flowed and how he created opportunities for himself is very Nadal-esque, except that he's a right-hander and Nadal's a left-hander.
So the thing with the even
But
the Felix match, which I saw,
yeah,
and I for some reason, you know what, I started seeing it in the third set, and मैंने ढंग से देखा नहीं था, and मेरे को लगा दो सेट मेडवेडेव ही जीता है. तो मैं थर्ड सेट जब मेडवेडेव जीत गया थर्ड सेट, सब लाइक मैच खत्म क्यों नहीं हुआ है, ये मैच क्या कर रहे हैं, लाइक व्हाई आर दीस गाइस like, and then I realized, oh bloody hell, he saved a match point and he went on to win from. So Medvedev is a badass. But anyway, first let's hear about you and Nadal and what this means and everything.
Look, I mean, I was quite realistic going in, saying that look, he's probably going to lose in 4, right? That was the general thing. If like he's not the one who's going to last 5.
Yeah.
So the very fact that Medvedev was the one towards the end of that second set, also I felt like he was looking a bit tired. Now let's discuss this crowd thing a bit. Like there was a lot has been made of this.
We'll get to that eventually. Okay. But first, I want to hear your whole feelings about Nadal and like from 2 months back, the fact that I don't know, not 2, maybe 4 months back, he was.
I feel like it was there's some sort of poetic justice in this.
Okay.
Because it happened at the Australian Open and because he's been historically so unlucky here. 6-hour match against Djokovic in 2012, upper break against Roger Federer in 2017. So I felt like with all that injured against Wawrinka. So it was like that. So I felt like also it would there would be a sense of like poetry and coming full circle and finally he's got what he deserved and all that. But
you were not very like going into the match. You were clearly
no, I was like because I'll be heartbroken, so I don't want to keep mine. But I feel like miracle. I always feel sports miracles are possible. So I needed a miracle for him to win. I did not think that he was going to come back 2 sets to love down. I thought that second set was imperative. I was like, okay, when he won the third set, I was like, fine. Okay, we'll stretch it to the 4th because if it would have been straight sets, that would have been catastrophic.
Yeah.
But and then at 5-all, and for the first time, I saw an interview of his just as soon as he finished. He has to do Eurosport immediately, and I have never heard Rafael Nadal swear. And they asked him, what went through your mind? He said, at 5-all, after my serve was broken and I was serving for the match, I thought to myself, fuck. Is this 2012 and 2017 all over again? I was like, Rafa, this is too much for me to handle. So it was one of those impossible
Rahul Dravid cussing. It's like the Rahul Dravid Fed ad.
It's impossible. But also when we talk about 25-year-old versus 35-year-old, 25-year-old on his favorite surface, clearly head and shoulders above the rest of this new gen, mentally very tough. But there's an interesting thing that I don't know whether you feel that, especially in today's sports people, there's a skill level, whether your skill level being experienced outweighs the physical prowess of being 10 years younger. And so you just play with greater experience, you're playing a cleverer game,
of course.
And that pulls you through.
I feel that is true. While that is of course true, you have more experience, so you're playing a cleverer game. But I think that is something that Medvedev was also facing a lot more in the previous years. I think his 3-4 Grand Slam final appearances has also helped him, and that's why he's also he's not a rookie anymore. He's not a new guy anymore. So he's also been there, been at the big stage few times. So while that's a relevant point, of course, experience and that level of the whole journey that these guys, all of these 3 guys have had, it's not comparable to anybody else. I mean, Medvedev bhi koi bacha to ab nahi, in the sense that he has also been there and everything.
Yes, I feel like when they say, he's only 25, the fact is that at 24, Nadal had won but 7 or 8 Grand Slam titles, all of them. He had won all of them by then.
Yeah.
So the point is, when you're saying next gen, like Grigor Dimitrov was called baby fed when he came. Grigor Dimitrov is 28 now. He's not a baby, right? So all of them are in their 20s, and I think there's a sense of frustration as well at some level that their time is not coming. So I read a beautiful article about as much as this generation of Roger, Rafa, Novak has been wonderful for tennis, it's also been bad for tennis because we have now technically, I've invested 17 years of my life in one player.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, when he actually, like, I will be a complete wreck, right? When he
Yeah.
retires. And so the next generation is like, come on, dude. Mera number kab aayega? It's that.
Yeah.
And as a result, also when Medvedev said, like, you feel like the crowd is also never with you because they're still for the old guy.
Yeah.
They're not for us yet. So as much as we talk about, oh, it's exciting to see these players, you actually don't want them.
Yeah.
You want the old guys.
Old guys, because yeah, you would always, I mean, all of us basically, everybody wants their childhood or whatever like thing to continue. So you would want those guys to play on and everything. That's what half the, like, you know, like grown up men were crying when Ronaldo joined United, because
Yeah,
it is like your childhood is coming back, and in that feeling. I'll just take some of the chats एक एक करके. Guys, please discuss Hockey Pro League Indian Women. Yes, I know. उन्होंने आज फोड़ा China को. We'll get to that. We just wanted to start with tennis because, of course, Anu and Nadal, you know, and you know, it's a special thing, and that's why we have always been saying. Did you guys see Medvedev's post match interview? Of course we did.
Yes.
And we will be talking about it. Curious to know what was Anu's son's reaction to Rafa's victory. Yes, that would be interesting to know. And one super chat from Harish Venkat, Harish OP. Expected Lola Koti to force you for an episode. Rafa rocks. Heard Djokovic having vaccines. Is it true? Is Djoko having vaccines now? That'd be
really going against everything he holds dear.
Now I think he can't. It's like that fight, it's a couple fight, you know, once you have committed so much, you can't back out right now. So I don't think even if he wants to, he can. Like, yeah, it'll be very funny for him, these guys with their...
But there are also all his butthurt supporters now who are like, oh, this is not real. You didn't beat the GOAT. Oh, if he was there, you would have never got this chance, Nadal. Boo, and all. I think, what are we even discussing?
Like, इस बारे में बात ही क्या करके? हाँ, फायदा ही क्या है? I mean, अगर ये होता, वो होता, that's almost like hypothetical कि Agassi को यहाँ पे हरा देता. It's just, yeah, उसका फायदा क्या है? It's a pointless discussion. But yeah, what was your son's reaction to it?
Relief, I think. And then he lives. I come to the conclusion, I think that for the couple that's very into sport, my son does not care about sport a lot. And I think it is because I've been screaming. He's watched a mother who screams when tennis matches goes on. He's watched a father who screams when football is on, and he watches both his parents scream when cricket is on. So I think he just associates it with too much screaming. And as a result, it has put him off sport. So, and only when I'm watching and really tense, he'll say, but why is the tiebreaker going up to 10 points in the fifth? Like, shut up, I'm not telling you the rules of tennis right now.
Oh, wow. This is exactly like watching matches with Nidhi. But
yeah, so it is quite. But it's also like I don't know what you know, tennis, unlike any other sport, is an individual sport, right? So in terms of coaching, that's another thing that's come up. Should there be coaching allowed in a game? Because technically it's every other sport, but I'm saying it's also an individual sport. So the beauty is that you're trying to figure it out on your own at that time, right?
Are we discussing Tsitsipas already? Are we going
Why
to
not?
Tsitsipas already? Just
Why
one
not?
chat I want to take. Sunita, she even messaged on Insta. Guys, I met Medvedev last year at Miami and also Ash party. Yeah, I saw the pictures. Amazing.
Yes,
stuff on
she
you.
sent the picture.
Yeah, we would definitely. It's a great envious moment, and what would have been amazing if you would have met Nadal as well and sent that picture to Anu. That
you know, my biggest regret is I saw Nadal and I never asked for a photo because I was too shy. He was sitting with Carlos Moya. He's come to Chennai to play. He lost to, I think, Davidenko or someone on the way, or Moya on the way. And then I saw him at this restaurant and I wanted to go up. And then I felt really shy, like how when they're eating and all to disturb.
But this was after the match that he had lost.
No, this was before.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Like, there's a Mo Salah picture, like Salah का picture है जिनमें like Madrid का में के against match था जिसमें Salah का हाथ तोड़ दिया था Ramos ने. I think you would be and उसके बाद that guy from Dubai who's the Salt Bay fellow उसका so there's a picture of Mo Salah just like with his arm in that, and Salt Bay is clicking a picture with him right after that match where he's just heartbroken. So I was just imagining if that would have been the case, like after losing, Anuj is going, hey, let's have a picture right now. That would have been perfect timing. But yeah, that was okay. That was a fairly sensible thing of you to not go for the picture. But I think it would have been a collective for you.
Yeah, it should have gone for it. Damn it. It's my biggest regret. But yeah, so that be that as it may. So yeah, so I feel like there was a lot of talk about without Djokovic there, it's going to be a terrible Australian Open. But I can't tell you, it's been such an exciting Australian Open.
Yeah.
I mean, to have three out of four quarterfinals men's matches to go to 5 sets, and from 2 sets to love up, have your opponent come back sets 3 and 4. I mean, honestly, men's tennis are making a mockery of this 2 sets to love up thing. And as a woman, I say this, and it's not politically correct, but for the high that men's tennis is going through on the other end of the spectrum and the consistency, women's tennis is just like this revolving door of champions who are coming and going. I was praying that women's final went to 3 sets, just so that I'm saying give equal money. All that is good, but
that female,
she ruined it, na 5-1 up in the second.
She was
come
5-1
on,
up.
like
she should have closed down the set. It should have been at least going for a 3-setter. I mean, does not.
Who do you invest in, in women's tennis? Like, okay, now Ash, I want someone that is Ash Bhati is so lovely, but come on, can you just say something that's slightly politically incorrect?
See, she even seems like one of those AB de Villiers type का family. बीच में छोड़ के cricket भी कर रही है, क्या है ये सब?
The affable Australian. I was like, on one hand, the crowd is going mental every time they see opponents.
Yeah, what is this affable Australian nonsense? Very annoying.
But that's the thing, we've never seen crowds booing like this, and it's not a tennis associated sport, because it's always an expensive elitist sport, right, in comparison to everything else, and it's always associated with the US Open because it's New York, they're brash, and everyone's drinking in the nights, the matches at 1 a.m. And here I've never seen anything like it. So everyone is saying that it's also a cumulative effect. It's also that pandemic, that Melbourne has gone through these intense lockdowns. Obviously, Medvedev has not endured himself with the crowd. And I understand that, it's quite polarizing. And someone made an interesting point where they said, even when Rafa came on the scene with his bulging biceps and his sense of style and the headband and the Spanish matador type thing, that he was also looked as the antithesis to Roger Federer. And went through shit.
I think it's a little different. I would just still, while I get what you're saying, of course, everybody wants to hold on to, whom, if they idolize or something, and Federer, was seen as this whole elegance personified thing, and Nadal coming in with his, just also always adjusting his shorts in the initial part.
But I'm happy that Medvedev also adjusts his chutties quite a bit.
Everybody does now.
Someone's so skinny.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it just a fact? I didn't even know that skinny people don't have that issue, or
I just feel that Nadal's butt is so big, I understand the issue.
Yeah, very closely evaluated Nadal's body.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. There's nothing to. I mean, it's visually obvious.
This is going different places. I think.
So anyway, net. I mean, whether he's justified. I mean, the thing is that my only thing is fine. You don't like Medvedev, but they've also ganging up on Berrettini, and Berrettini is a really affable guy. Has an Aussie girlfriend. So if they're booing Berrettini, that means they're just booing people in general.
So I would slightly differ on that, because see, Medvedev has historically also faced this a lot of times, and I think a little bit of it has to do with the fact that he's Russian, in general the West kind of likes to diss on Russians and everything. So no matter, a lot of times it's a very easy cuss or something like that, or you just him being told about you're Russian, you're Russian. I mean you might have heard that Tsitsipas and Medvedev ka famous
2018 in Miami.
Miami thing, which Sunita was just talking about, how Nadal never comes to Miami anymore, where he called him a bullshit Russian, and Medvedev just lost it after that. He was
keep your
what did he say? Shut up or
shut your fucker mouth up or something.
There was no mouth.
Shut your fuck up. Shut your fuck up.
Shut your fuck up.
You're a small boy who can't fight.
You're a small boy who can't fight. That was amazing lines also by Medvedev. So in general, Medvedev, be it here, be it US Open, he has faced a lot of hostile crowd, and a lot of it has got to do with the fact that he's Russian. And see, personally, I just think that any sport, there are these key moments, and some things can put you off. Obviously every sportsman has had these moments, in Nadal and Federer, all of these guys would have had these moments, and they have to get over it and all, but it's easier said than done. And I personally feel Medvedev is, I like Medvedev because he feels a refreshing change to the through all these, right and correct. I mean, Nadal ko yaar, बात ही सुनते हो तुम नडाल का नडाल. I have never broken a racket because my uncle told me that your racket can go to. अरे क्या आदर्श बालक वाली यार मतलब. So
but he's not pretending also.
Yeah,
that's the
I'm not
worst
saying
part.
he's pretending. No, I'm not saying he is. Obviously, these guys. That's you see, like the first time you have heard him say fuck. But whereas Medvedev and all, these guys don't care about. So Medvedev for me feels very more real. He's more of a, like what we were talking about also yesterday. He feels like a Kohli. He's
raw,
like
real,
he's
human.
Like Russian Kohli and with a sense of humor as well. So per se, I think he faces a lot of that, and there's a lot of the nationality thing and everything just being thrown at him, which must be pissing off at some level. Which is why at the interview, what he's saying, I mean, he's not saying it. Obviously, he probably doesn't mean it. He's obviously going to give preference to a French Open and Wimbledon end of the day because he wants to get his Grand Slam tally up. But when he's saying
also,
that,
he lives in France.
Yeah. And when he's saying that, I will because Russians, these fans have always supported me and I'll just go to Russia. There's a lot of kind of anti-Russia thing that is he's probably hearing and he's getting, and in like if you are just about to hit a shot or going for it and somebody yells out something, it throws you off, it can piss you off, and as a human level I kind of get it. So
I get all that. My thing is at the top of it, like if you're entering the stadium in a Grand Slam final and they're booing you, that's really shitty. So I feel like, and also the thing is, he doesn't cover himself in glory by yelling at the umpires, yelling at ball girls and ball boys. You know what I mean? So, and it's not like Djokovic hasn't done all this either, or Shapovalov has not done all this. Like, I'm okay with that. But I felt like they were anyway in a booing mood through this. And he made it like the booing towards him was bad. I'm saying they were even booing like a Berrettini in his match versus Gael Monfils.
But I don't get what I didn't get. Okay, fine. This is Nadal. You're playing against Nadal. He's one of the, the legends and everything. I get it. When he's playing Tsitsipas is a spoiled brat.
But he's Greek. There's a Greek population in Melbourne. There's a large Greek population in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And also okay, by the way,
yeah.
Tsitsipas' mother is Russian.
Yeah.
And Tsitsipas' mother knows Medvedev's mother.
Their parents are friends.
And Tsitsipas' mother has played tennis versus Sasha Zverev's mother. So it's like a Russian kitty party.
Oh, wow. I did not know that is, that I did not know. But yeah, his mother is Russian. And so, but I personally, Tsitsipas is one guy whom I just don't like. And it's
I don't mind him at all. I mean, I find this whole coaching thing very funny that they used an official who understood Greek to stand below his box to just hear for any coaching tips.
But that's hilarious. See, honestly speaking, again with Medvedev, everybody says that he's vote towards umpires and everything. Every time he says some things, I mean, there are times, he has lost it,
but
and he's been very stupid.
Funny. But they're so funny.
They are funny.
That small cat was so funny.
That was so funny. And it was a valid point. And and see, again, when the heat of the moment, it's about, you leave whatever you have on the field, like even if you're having a fight or whatever, after that, after that, every time I see Medvedev in interviews,
he says sorry,
chilled out guy, and he apologizes. He's like, I shouldn't have done that. Obviously, so I don't know. I find him more human and more relatable.
Absolutely.
And Tsitsipas, I can't stand. I don't know how you're saying you don't mind him, but
he's an esoteric person. He's into photography and poetry, and he's a thinker.
He's
and
a pretentious bloody snoot. He's typically one of those bandra boys or something like, and just how can he say like in the same place that no, my dad never coaches me. Also, I think coaching should be like those two things are not even like, how can you say both the things? Like, it's obvious.
But they don't care, no? They're just paying the fine and getting on with it. So I feel like it's kind of ridiculous. So even a Shapovalov thing, going to the umpire and saying all of you are corrupt, very conveniently in the post-match, he's like, oh, I misspoke. No, you didn't. You were trying to get under Nadal's skin, and that's really stupid and an amateur move, because that's not going to get under Nadal's skin. And also because this umpire is the one who did not like Nadal, and they have had history. So if anyone is going to be this, Carlos Bernardes is not going to help Rafa by any stretch of the imagination. But this, what do you think about this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure they're in every sport, right? If you've been around a long time.
First, if you can finish the Tsitsipas ka whole thing.
Yes.
The whole thing of Tsitsipas, every time, the other team is, other guy is starts to even win a match, he will just take, breaks, more and more breaks and longer breaks. And look, man, if everybody has had issues with you, like Zverev ठीक है, Medvedev तो historical है, सबके सब एंडी मरे तो भी बोल रहा है कि भाई क्या सीन है यार इसका, जैसे ही मैं जीतता हूँ ये बंदा 9 मिनट के लिए टॉयलेट भाग जाता है. It is obviously कुछ तो सीन है उसका यार. He's so, oh god,
but I'm saying, but that's why the rule has come now, na? So now it's very clear, and it's almost ridiculous. Like you walk into the loo, and it's 3 minutes to go to the loo, and there's someone counting down outside. You have 2 minutes left. You have 1 minute left. To change your clothes is another 2 minutes, and you have 2 toilet breaks at the end of the set.
Yeah.
So like even Shapovalov was going on, oh, Nadal is getting away with too much, but he took 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is anyway legally allowed, and plus he had an injury timeout. So it was like 6 minutes was nothing. He was anyway allowed that. So his thing of, Nadal is getting better treatment.
No, I was not saying that about Nadal. I was obviously saying
No. I was generally thinking as a point, like this whole generation feels like a Roger Rafa will get better treatment because of who they are, and they get away with too much. But the point is also, like realistically, there is 25 seconds between points, right? Between 15 love and 30 love, you have to serve within that 25 seconds. But sometimes if it's really hot, the umpire also starts the clock a little later on humanitarian grounds. Okay, come on. So Shapovalov's point was, come on. And even Tsitsipas has been docked points. Like it's an immediate second serve if he takes too long. It's, I think, Mediterranean countries, no? Like Spain, Greece and all, they will chill, they take their time, whatever. So Shapovalov was like, what the hell? He should be playing faster because he's Nadal, you're not docking him. But the beauty is Shapovalov's average was also 29 seconds.
Yeah.
And Nadal was 31. So
but Shapovalov is also supposed to be a bit of a character. He's also not he's also not like somebody, so I mean, with all due respect, everything towards Medvedev and all, Medvedev, every time he's against any of these guys, Nadal, Federer or Djokovic, he respects them and he talks about them and like huge.
But they all do. I mean, I don't think they disrespect like to their face. Like even Shapovalov will go to they speak very well to them. They can't afford to disrespect them.
Time to rattle to kari
but that is not directly, na. I'm saying that when Nadal said, what's the problem? And they actually had a conversation across the net. It was really funny. They go to the net. And he was at that papa moment. And he said, kya beta? It's okay. Chill na. But
the point Medvedev raised against Tsitsipas also that, I don't know if he's coaching or not, but he's saying in Greek, do you understand Greek? It's a completely valid point. And masks have certainly helped him and his father, like in this.
Yeah, but how clearly he's speaking? For through that mask, he's hearing him in a crowded stadium. I'm told to give him extra points. What coaching tips is he giving through the mask?
Yeah. But you were asking me something before I continued on the Tsitsipas, anti-Tsitsipas.
I forgot now the point. But yeah, so basically, I mean, Medvedev head and shoulders. Zverev has never beaten a top 10 player in a Grand Slam. He's 0-11. I mean, for someone who's number 3 in the world, like I just feel there's a sudden, like some strong, like a strong mental, this thing, they're all a bit fragile, and I don't really blame them.
No, but I don't think Zverev, Berrettini or even for that matter Tsitsipas, chalo fir bhi, these guys are not even at the same level. So if honestly speaking, if Djoko is playing, you would always fancy like only guy who's right now can play against Federer to jab aayega, but Nadal and Djoko right now is Medvedev. I don't think any of these guys are at the same level. It's just Medvedev, and Medvedev, honestly speaking, he should have won the match. If you have won 2 sets and in the third set you are bloody 3-2 and 40.
I mean, by that logic, then he should have lost to Felix only. I mean, generally, like, you know what I mean? So I feel like he also, what I really liked about him is that he said, this is tennis, this is life. Like shit like this will happen. That is not what has upset me.
That was not even exactly. He pointed
that's what I really appreciated. And I was, Abijit, I was praying that at the prize distribution, he would not say anything to the crowd. because I felt like shit, because that will tip things over.
It was very evident. It was very evident. Even वो बाद में तो वो देखा boring जो बोल रहा है. But even when he during his speech, he said everybody name and lastly again I would like to thank my staff. So it was very evident. He's just so pissed with the audience. He was just like, he thinks they're a bunch of hooligans. He's Australian. He was pretty damn pissed.
See, also if you look at it, like if you look at our Russian history, in 2005, Marat Safin played against Leighton Hewitt at the Australian Open final. So I'm saying that, are we saying that Marat Safin did not get hate from the crowd? I mean, it's a local hero in Leighton Hewitt. And Marat Safin won. You know what I mean? So it's always, so I'm saying it's going to be tough either way. I just think it was extra tough this time around.
A little bit I would differ, as you were also saying, while we were talking, that टेनिस जनरली इज अ वेरी एलिटिस्ट स्पोर्ट एंड ऐसा नहीं होता. ऑस्ट्रेलियन ओपन का भी ऑडियंस ऐसा नहीं होता है कि इतना मतलब ऐसा होलिगनिज्म जनरली देखा नहीं जाता है जितना इस पूरे टूर्नामेंट में देखा गया है. पर्सनली आई वाज एंड ऑल्सो आई थिंक all this 2 years of lockdown, people have just forgotten how they have to behave. Like everybody has forgotten, like last 2 साल में कैसा होना था कैसा नहीं होना था. Every time like, and at a personal level also, like recently we had gone to like for a trip to Pondicherry, and some things we were saying was just bizarre कि लोग भूल गए क्या normal था क्या नहीं था. I mean, this got nothing to do with, there was this Bhimrao Ambedkar statue and there was this girl going pouting on Ambedkar statue and getting pictures. Like कोई जीसस चर्च में जीसस के साइड में ऐसे करके पिक्चर खिंचा रहा है. Like have people just forgotten कि क्या normal था. So okay, slight deviation, but in general I think,
but that is social media content.
But in general I think people have, I think 2 years of just being at home, maybe it has happened with all of us. Everybody's just forgotten, what was normal, what was not. So things are still, everybody's just getting used to things and all. So I don't know, of course, pata nahi hai ki kitna Safin ne suna hoga, tab nahi suna hoga. But there's definitely a lot of Russian things that Medvedev is hearing, but we will never know ki wo zyada hai, wo kam tha ya nahi tha.
I have to blame this Putin for it. If it wasn't for him, it would all be okay.
Poor fellow. He's now saying I'll play some Russian hardcore tournament.
As opposed to French Open or Wimbledon. Even if it's in Moscow.
That's obviously reactionary. I mean, also even after the match, like against Tsitsipas goes and calls him immature and everything. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's what I thought was beautiful. Also said his game style will not sustain. It's too physical, it will not sustain.
He keeps running a lot. And he has done this before also. The first time before that, he had never even beaten Medvedev. उसने पहली बार उसको beat किया boring बोलने के बाद ही. When he called him, his game is boring. After that, only finally managed to beat him. And this time he said, and when Medvedev in his interview, he was asked कि भाई क्या बोल रहा है? He called you immature. I don't know. It was such a very. It was a very
but also because Medvedev's game, it's like ugly beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just, I said, what am I watching? It's so inelegant. Like there is nothing inelegant.
It's so Russian.
Great retrieval. Great returns. Right? The second only to Djokovic.
You know he's from a cold place. He's from a cold place just by looking at his game. Ki bahut thandi jagah se aadmi hai.
But I find, like Eastern Europeans and Russians and all, they have a lot more street fighter in them. They're harder, right? Like just normal. Like all this Berrettini and all is so sweet and all, good looking. But Italians, there's no Italian man who's done much in tennis. Like I think we forget that. They're all first world countries, but they've not produced much in tennis. So all of them are trailblazers, whether it's a Tsitsipas from Greece, or a Berrettini from, and Italy has now the most men in the top 100. So it's I mean, I think everyone's trying to find their feet. It's new for all of them,
What do you feel? Okay, the last tennis thing, after which what do you feel will be the future, like in the coming Grand Slams this year? Like who do you think Djokovic is getting a 21? I really badly
he will end up with the most number of Grand Slams for sure. Like I've always said that. I have no doubt about that.
How do you know that for sure?
Because I think he's far fitter. Nadal's body is broken. Like it's broken. I don't see Federer coming back at 41 and doing much. I mean, he may go through a few rounds at Wimbledon.
After winning an Australian Open, You are saying that he
would look
can't
in
win
my
the French
head.
Open.
No. In my head, no, I'm not saying he won't win. I'm saying at the end of their careers, Djokovic is the one who's going to go on longer. I'm giving Nadal
How?
a year and a half.
Considering vaccination policies, how are you feeling like that? I don't know, man.
I'm saying let Nadal win 15 French Opens and then he can retire. I think 15 is a good number.
For me, next French Open for sure. Nadal has a huge chance.
See, 13 is a bad number. It's unlucky, na? So it has to be at least 14. I feel.
But if he gets stuck at 13, then that makes more sense. No, that was unlucky and he just never could go beyond that.
Honestly, I don't care about the 21. For me, it was that Australian Open thing. He deserves to. That's all. He deserves to. And my greatest moment was Rod Laver. I wanted to tweet about this, but I forgot in my excitement that Rod Laver at 85. How did he not get a heart attack and die? Like all of us, half his age, less than half his age. Like I was like, that's it. I'm asthmatic. I'm feeling like hurling, and he's calmly trying to figure out his iPhone and take like videos of the moment.
Yeah, a lot of money-induced drugs into the system, I guess, keeps you sane, keeps everything sane. Novak will win the most, but he'll never be the GOAT. Nadal will retire at French Open. That's a fair point. I think that can. Do you think that can be possible, Nadal? Because I think this win has made him realize that मैं तो ठीक ही हूँ. Like I think his interview was also kind of like that.
This was going to be my last, and now I'm like, I have energy. I like how he sat on a chair, by the way, like a senior citizen at prize distribution. And he sweetly asked Medvedev, तेरे को भी चाहिए क्या chair? And he's like, नहीं चाहिए. He's like, okay, ठीक है, I'm sitting. Because that chick was talking and talking. I was like, babe, it's 2 a.m. Shut up.
Yeah, while Medvedev is going boring. Oh man, what a guy, dude. What a guy to be doing that. That's so fucking cool, dude. It's just so badass. It's so refreshingly badass. For
But, absolutely.
I really wanted for Medvedev to win this one and just him denying all of these 3 guys to get the 21st.
Now I don't care. Now he can win what he wants. Like I feel like this huge weight of the Oz Open has been like lifted off our shoulders because it's a collective hour. And now I don't care.
Personally, I think French Open, you will have to fancy.
It's not his best surface. Like he hadn't won one single match until last year, Medvedev. At the French Open, he reached the quarters.
For a second, I thought you were saying Nadal ka. Like, क्या हो गया यार? कितनी खुशी हो गई यार? Like what?
No.
It's not his.
And in French Open also, he screamed, "I hate this clay! I hate this service."
Tsitsipas has once said that you hate me. Is it because you're to a chair umpire? He has said this though. He said this also. He has alienated Russian people. Then he has said this to a French guy, also French referee, that why do you hate me? Is it because you're French? Man, you French people are just weird. I hate you all, you French people. Bullshit French. He's just, like his first go-to is a country. Like, fuck you, French, fuck you, Russians, fuck you, everything. Yeah. Since the introduction of I'll just take out since the introduction of the double-handed backhand by, what's this person saying? Seeing Medvedev, I think tennis has reached a postmodern phase where the swing style and flow are just a mere concept. It's all about results. Absolutely. Pretty much he's a Mourinho of tennis. Yeah.
Mourinho also, by the way, is in a video congratulating Nadal.
Of course, like everybody was congratulating French Open handle, US Open handle, everybody. Joko को तो शायद pressure में ही डालना पड़ गया कि Federer डाल चुका.
He did, and that was such a stupid tweet also. I think when he tagged the wrong Medvedev also, that was hysterical.
Oh, I did not know this. Yeah.
Some random guy with 0 followers, Djokovic has tagged for Daniel Medvedev.
Okay. Cool. So. All right, that's been enough of tennis.
Yes.
Let's move on to other things. For starters, do we go directly to first, do we go to football or do we go to cricket? What do you say?
You tell me, whatever you want.
I think first we can talk about. Let's talk about.
See, cricket is very quick because the series is only going to start on Feb 6. Yeah. And just like our ODI series passed by in a flash. But what is KL Rahul is worth 17 crores for being the captain of Lucknow. So what is there to say really?
I think the only good thing that has come out of the South Africa series is there are definitely less chances of people again saying KL Rahul should be our captain. I think that's the only good thing of the series. उसको तो थोड़ा कम ही लोग बोलना चाहिए अब, बट अभी भी बोलेंगे तो सही. How do you feel about KL Rahul being captain?
You know my feelings. I don't know why Zabardasti say this thing has been foisted on him. He is not captain material. Just leave him be.
Yeah.
But no, but I guess in the absence of Rohit, but now like I'm just telling myself, Rohit is back. It's all okay. It's all okay. You know, all is well. All is well. That's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah.
But I am. I feel like they should have given Ruturaj Gaikwad one match.
Yeah.
I felt why not? I thought Shreyas
But
Iyer
in place of whom?
shat on his chance.
In place of whom?
In this series.
No,
Or
no.
in place of anyone. I don't care. Like I
But
felt
he had
like
to be an
what was
opener,
going
no?
on.
He had to be an opener, and
Yeah.
you can't. I mean, KL Rahul was the captain, and Shikhar Dhawan के साथ तो ऐसे ही कटता रहता है. बेचारे ने first match में अच्छा भी खेला था.
Shikhar Dhawan does consistently so well. I don't know why people feel
Just
it's so
don't get it.
easy to
Just don't
guillotine
get
him,
it.
dude.
He's
Like
just
I don't understand.
so
He's
easily
fit.
disposable
Yeah.
every format. Yeah, he's just it's.
I mean,
insane.
Ashwin now this is it. Like he's not going to. I mean, I'm amazed. I what like so ineffective. Gave away some 68 runs or something.
Yeah.
He understandably does not find a spot in the ODI squad in
Absolutely
India.
understandable.
But
yeah.
I feel like how have we not, like our message was, why don't we know to play spin anymore? Is it because we've concentrated so much on this pace bowling quartet we've forgotten?
Thing
Like
is that South African
Keshav
spin
Maharaj.
is very good. India can't play South African spinners, whereas those guys were dealing with the part-time spinners of our subcontinent very easily, our country very easily.
Yeah. Like we were the country that Shane Warne didn't do well against, the only country.
We made Shane Warne look like a part-time spinner at one point of time. We made him look like a part-time spinner. Yeah.
Oh, this is the world's best leggy, like cheer, and then I'm like, and now suddenly Yuzvinder Chahal, like he's not on top of his game. I mean, like when Kuldeep is back, we'll see now. I don't know. It's all up in the air. What do you think of Ravi Bishnoi?
Dude, do you know Kuldeep ने अपना कुछ एक tweet डाला था about उसका पैर टूट गया था something and his surgery, and Twitter categorized that tweet under football. That bad is like time is going right now. Like football.
Why? Is there someone named Kuldeep in the?
I don't know, man. It's just very bad time for him, poor fellow. Injury जब हुई है इतना बुरा कि Twitter भी उसके tweets को under football categorize कर रहे हैं, not even cricket. So yeah, poor fellow. But really bad ODI and everything. What happened? Anu, where did you go? I'm suddenly seeing just your.
Felt like something was yes. What did you think of Prasidh Krishna being in the, like Avesh Khan? I think is really good. I'm surprised Mr. Patel is not in the ODI squad also, and just in the T20 squad. I felt like
I would
be nice for.
No, I mean, yeah, see, the thing is, I would like exactly pretty much what happened with Venkatesh Iyer, I guess. Venkatesh Iyer का टाइम आया मतलब हुआ तो उसको T20 में डाला और उसके बाद ODI में भी डालिया. I think it was a little too early for him also, because especially his slot is not even understood, like कहाँ जाएगा कहाँ नहीं जाएगा. So rather, kind of go with head with caution. Rather have Harshal Patel in T20, have his see how his hair and all is doing in T20, and then go on to see if ODI will be fine for him or not.
But he got the number from Saurav, I thought, from Saurav's guy.
Yeah, of course. So Saurav guys
did such a good job.
He was Antonio Conte also. Why doesn't Nadal get one done, by the way? Why do you think like?
Oh, by the way, that was all the thing. Okay, everyone's like, oh, GOAT, oh, what a match, fantastic, what a comeback. Arey, he's bald.
Somebody said that.
Many times. That's their comeback. Oh, GOAT, oh my God, what a match.
But do realize Nadal has a very sorry for coming back to tennis. All of our Nadal has a very interesting thing. वो band पहनता है ना. तो वो like पहले के मतलब पिछले 25 सालों से he has been always putting his hair behind the band, like this before the serve. Now वो hair है नहीं.
Yes.
It's just a mannerism like he just has a mannerism of
it's a tick, no?
Yeah, but this like he has all his life he has been just putting the hair like this, and last 4-5 years, poor fellow, the hair is not this, still he's just doing this behind the back. It's so cute.
So sweet.
Yeah. But Patel, I think it's fine that he's just in T20. I would like to see him and Venkatesh Iyer. But Prasidh Krishna for sure does not make sense. I think he was just getting like ऐसे ही डाल दिया वो तो Prasidh
I would
Krishna
rather have Harshal Patel than Prasidh Krishna, but okay, fine, whatever now.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad they're resting our
Bhuvneshwar
main.
Kumar.
Oh, by the way, I don't understand why Bhuvneshwar Kumar is the T20 squad. I was just checking I feel like.
Yeah, it's his
No,
time.
no.
He's
It's over.
fellow. Yeah,
It's over now.
It's over for Bhuvneshwar Kumar as well. Especially with so many knocking. Harshal Patel, Avesh Khan, Siraj is there, Bumrah, Shami, all of these guys. It's gone for poor fellow.
And now also there is a point where we're depending on Deepak Chahar to bat also, no? He's
Deepak Chahar also. And also right now Deepak Chahar
has to bat. That's why he's there, not as a bowler.
And he's batting decent only.
Yeah.
After, I mean, we had seen a complete change in fortune ever since the proposal happened. But apparently he's managed to turn it around right now. So good for him.
Yeah. Lady luck. Yeah.
Lady luck, yes.
She'll get some tips from Anushka also.
Sunil Gavaskar would like to point out something like that. Did you hear that, by the way? Shoaib Akhtar said, Virat Kohli ko to shaadi karni nahi chahiye thi, wo aise phete laga raha tha. Usko
yeah. And he also said that the fast bowlers these days are so stupid and hardly like his era, and it was all true only.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
Shoaib Akhtar is, it's a way of life. Did you, by the way, did you follow that Legends tournament?
No, I didn't. But I just saw Darren Sammy's video at the end. Who was very happy.
Yusuf Pathan brothers both had been killing it in that Legends cricket tournament. They had been just smashing everything.
How did my KP play?
I did not see that match. I guess I did not see. I think they played. He did not play well only. So I think utna kuch khas nahi khela. Something happened between him and Yuvraj, if I'm not wrong. Like just friendly banterish only. Like even with Shoaib Akhtar and Mohammad Kaif that happened. Now Kaif stepped out for Shoaib Akhtar, and Shoaib Akhtar, "Oh, मैं तेरे को कतारो फैटे मत लगा ऐसे करके." Akhtar went all full on Rawalpindi style. So it was.
But anyway, KP doesn't care, because KP got a letter from the Prime Minister of India to thank him for being a friend of the Republic of India. Yeah. So which was of course, and Jaunty also got.
What would have been amazing is if Michael Vaughan would have got that. Like, galti se somebody sends it to Michael Vaughan and Wasim Jafar's like, the fuck, bro. This is just wrong, bro. That would have been amazing.
Listen, the Ashes, did you see? I didn't see. I just caught like the few highlights of women. Like they had to. There's this whole thing again, to push for 5 days, 5 sets for women's tennis and 5 days for women's test matches. But crazy, England went for it. 13 runs in the last 2 overs with 1 wicket in hand. Match drawn. I mean, they went for that 257. I think they only had like 2 sessions or some shit. But it was quite mad. But anyway.
Okay. I'll be honest, I just knew that the match was drawn. I did not know it was that exciting.
It was damn exciting.
Pretending right now.
But then because the US Open was going on, I wasn't watching. So I just saw it quickly. I was like checking on the scores, but it was quite crazy. So that's what that was the other talk. They were saying, so if the women, like the British women in the Ashes, can come out of the 100 and perform like this in tests, then I think the British men are running out of excuses for their performance in the Ashes. I don't think it's all because of the 100.
Yeah, everything can't be blamed on the 100 and everything. You were saying something about them thinking of changing the county rules or something, no?
Yeah. No, county pitches. Because the county pitches are not good enough to prepare them for life outside of England.
Well, you did have...
And that's why they're not going to play the IPL, because they have to concentrate on their own shit.
Okay.
I was like, it's okay. There were like 4 of y'all. We're not going to miss y'all that much. Calm down.
Not even the best ones, to be honest. Like Joshua Archer was not even playing. Stokes was not there. So hardly anything. But talking about women's Ashes, I think that's a great segue, Anu. We can go on to Indian women hockey team, which they have been doing pretty well. Actually, like before this, the Asia Cup.
We got a bronze. Now we beat China.
Yeah, but India was the defending champion, and it was kind of expected. They had a very up and down kind of a tournament. I mean, the first one, I think they beat like Singapore, Malaysia, like crazy stuff, 9-1, 7-0 and all that jazz. But uske baad, against Korea, it was like they lost the semifinals to Korea, who went on to win also, of course. No, Korea won or Japan won? Yeah, Japan won it. Sorry, Korea. India got beaten by Korea 3-2, and after that they won the third place bronze against China.
Damn it, beating us in drama and hockey.
Yeah, but we are beating China in something, so that's nice. That's always.
That's something. I saw 0 next to China only. That made me happy.
So yeah, it's good for Indian women's hockey team. And after the Olympics, everybody has been having great expectations from them, and that's good that they won the bronze. Although I mean, it's Asia Cup, so it would have been expected that maybe they could have won the gold. But chalo, better luck next time. But right now, the FIH Pro League is going on, in which, by the way, the basically Indian team is participating because there have been two backouts from New Zealand and Australia. So New Zealand and Australia have backed out, and that's why India and Spain have gotten the opportunity to take part in it. So this was Indian women's hockey team's debut match. This is the first time they're playing this.
Where is it happening?
I think it's happening in Oman, if I'm not wrong. If somebody who's seeing can also tell me. For Pro League also starting now from today for women's. I know, Ronak, it is starting in hockey from today women's and 8 for men. So, but I think it's happening in Oman, right? If I'm not wrong, Oman.
Okay.
Yeah. So they again had the first match against, guess who, Anu? China. And this one, India won by 7-1. So
wow,
that was a proper thrashing they gave China. In your face, China. You might have pulled up some fake news of you building 300 stadiums, cricket stadiums, and scare us for some time. But you are still beating your ass in them. And of course, men's matches will be happening. I think it's starting on 7th or 8th. I think Ronak Chaudhary is saying 8th. So India will be playing France and South Africa. And yes, it was Oman, jahan pe chal raha hai. So it's a great showing by them. So I hope India women's, at least after the bronze, they do something great on in the FIH Pro League, and same with the men's. Anything you want to add to that, Anu?
No, sorry. No, I don't, because I didn't follow it at all.
Cool. That's always.
I'm only excited that I'm only a little happy that our under-19 team, they've finally, after having COVID, I think we're more than half the team. We barely had a team to play in that first match. We were in the semi-finals versus Australia.
Yeah.
And also very exciting, England versus Afghanistan.
Yeah,
in the other semi-final. I was
so
like,
we are getting
fantastic.
back to cricket now. Yeah, yes.
Sorry. I just wanted to get that out of the.
I also forgot.
I wanted to get that
out of my mind.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but what was the scene with the COVID and India team? How many players had that?
But some 7 or 8 or something. So they were like, oh shit, can we even field a team back? Because we don't even have that many in reserves. So then I thought, like, oh shit, it's like Sri Lanka all over again, where Dravid had to play 8 bowlers and 2 batsmen because of the Pandya brothers COVID situation. But yeah, so anyway, I'm just trying to figure out, I can't figure out when the matches are, the next, this thing is happening. But anyway, so that is something to...
Talking about COVID causing issues in playing. Very
good segue, Ganguly.
Oh, by the way, we forgot every time, guys, whoever was watching, very few numbers today, by the way, but whoever was watching, please guys, smash that like button, must as a like kar do, and also try to share it with your friends and all, if they might be awake right now. Nobody sleeps at 11 o'clock these days, so that we have more viewers watching, because that will make us feel better about our lives. And also comment on this, if you're seeing it later, please comment on this. We forgot saying smash that like button at all. Anu, why, like, what is this? We're forgetting all the time. But we are very excited. You are certainly very obviously excited with we are very you were very passionate about the tennis thing, and so was I, feeling about it. So we forgot talking about it. But again, I think we screwed the segue, no? After saying good segue.
You did.
I totally did. I was saying we because it's a group effort, and because you're not a
guest. Sure. But I come on only after you call me. So
okay, fine. We can just start it together. I thought that was the like,
I'm just kidding.
Like a villain.
Speaking of things affected by COVID, Ganguly,
back to
let's go to Indian women's football.
Yeah, Indian women's football had a very unfortunate incident. Of course, the Women's Asia Cup is being held in India, and India got knocked out because they could not field a team because 12 12 of their players had COVID, and it's
Yes.
a very, very unfortunate situation. India was thinking that maybe, I mean, even if they would have gone on to the quarterfinals, they would have at least had a playoff, some international playoff, and they could have featured in the World Cup. And if they would have been in a semi-final, they for sure would have gone to the World Cup. So it would have been a great, great opportunity for Indian women's football in general. And
So I think they lost to Iran, but their match against Chinese Taipei they couldn't play because
they drew against
they
Iran.
had
They drew against Iran, and their matches were Iran and China bhi tha, or Chinese Taipei, whatever you call it.
Chinese Taipei. They were supposed to play them,
and they have beaten Chinese Taipei, I think, in their last friendly. So they were fancying their chance of going to quarterfinals for sure, at least, which would have gotten them to a decent position. So it's a very, very unfortunate situation, because particularly all the team players, they have been saying that they are devastated by this. They're completely devastated by the whole scenario, because they've been waiting for this. I don't know.
But also, they are not being told who has COVID. They're all just supposed to stay in their hotel rooms. They can't communicate with each other. They all have hard luck stories, right? About how they got to this point, having to fight family, home, you're coming from a certain background, women playing football, all of that. But I feel like in this situation, given the times we're living in, it seems overly harsh that's it. Like, you have COVID, you can't there be some sort of it's a 2023 World Cup, So I just feel like some adjustment can be made, no?
So there's been a lot of blame, kind of trying to make somebody else a scapegoat between the Indian Football Federation and the Asia Federation, or the Asia Football Federation as well. They are saying that why are they not trying to work this out and something like that. And those guys are saying that, dude, the whole arrangement is done by AIFF. Like, so you should be the one responsible. And there are questions being asked on the way they're handling this also, because it's just very silly that 12 लोगों को COVID has bol diya hai. The players are also not being told that who has COVID, who has not. And they have been instructed not to talk to anybody from in media. It's just seeming very dirty. And plus, till half of January, their training sessions were being done in Kerala, which was obviously the hotspot in terms of numbers. So that itself was bad decision making. So there's been a lot of bad decision making by the Indian Football Federation, and just feel bad for the team, for all those girls who really are exactly the situation you're saying, not coming from great families and anything, fighting against everything and all that. And just imagine, man, to even have that dream that you will be in the World Cup. You will be in a bloody World Cup, and it seems possible if you're playing against a team whom you have just beaten. You other matches with Iran, and even if you go second, or then even if you lose to China and you go second, your other quarterfinal.
There is an intercontinental playoff also, even if they didn't make the World Cup. So I think that was the thing. So
if the thing is, if they go to the semi-finals, it's a short place to World Cup. If they go to quarterfinal, then they have another international playoff for a place again in the World Cup. So it's really sad. It's just very heartbreaking. So on a heartbreaking note, let's talk about
speaking of heartbreaks.
Speaking of heartbreaks, I don't know where that segue is supposed to lead to. I don't know if speaking of heartbreak, we start talking about Mason Greenwood, but that'd be very
dude.
Weird. But
really, he's 20. I was thinking 20. He's 11 years older than my son, and what all these boys are doing. But what is I don't know in what is the EPL stance, or what is the Football Association stance on FIFA stance? Is there an official FIFA stance on domestic violence, sexual abuse?
FIFA stance stance to of course yahi hai ki ghatiya cheez hai. Stance.
No, is there a thing? No, you're not allowed to play till the investigation finishes. So United, like in tennis, Zverev is still playing. It doesn't. I'm saying, is that left up to then United to say, look, we are not going to field them?
United have communicated that. Until this is resolved, that we are not going to play with him. A lot of people have been bringing up United ka bhi kuch, because prior I think Giggs ka kuch aisa similar accusations raha hua hai or something like that. I'm not sure about it. I hope.
But sleeping with your sister-in-law doesn't count, no? It's all in the family.
It's all in the family is a very different. I don't think it's all in the family has been used like that.
But that was a mutual thing. It was not, forced.
Yeah, I
But
don't
this
think
is
it's
very
just that.
disturbing. Yeah, like pictures were taken off and bloodied nose and I mean there was a voice recording and
Did you
stuff
hear the
like
voice
that.
recording?
So I didn't hear.
Oh God, that's
I couldn't. I heard what the contents were. I read the thing, but I couldn't. I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, the voice recording was very weird to hear, like him basically forcing himself, kind of a
But
thing.
that means what? She was taking a voice recording of this,
Yeah,
to
and
yeah.
I mean, I don't. We should not be like investigative as a kind of person, but I mean, if you're taking a voice recording, you've probably been in that situation before also, and you probably know that something like
it's not the first time.
happening.
Correct.
And
but
by
like
the way,
Anirudh was saying, that's my husband, was saying that I mean, this is, he said at 20 now, this is also going to be the end of his career. Who's going to field him after this, and who's going to
no? But you know, right? What has happened
also
after that? I'm not sure of what is the latest update, but the age-old phone was hacked thing has come out. Like the girl has said girl has said to police now that my phone has, because they have apparently had some kind of these issues before also. Like I think a couple of years back also, 2020, and kind of, I don't know, just work out, how people stay in abusive things as well. So I don't know, like from what I hear, the latest one, I don't know if there's something has come out of after that also, because I was too invested in the transfer deadline and everything. But that that was also jail going on to Mason Greenwood transfer deadline, transfer to jail FC. But yeah, so yeah, so that might be a thing, because the girl's father has said something. I don't know what is happening, because it's just feeling very weird. But from what I understand, she has said that he's going, her phone was hacked and all. So you just don't know what will happen, what is not, because
so phone was hacked means what? It's not admissible or it's not true. Like it makes no sense. So phone was hacked means it happened, but you've taken it illegally. That's what it means.
Phone
right?
was hacked basically means कि अभी हमारा ठीक हो गया है. It basically means that कि अब हमारा सब ठीक हो गया है, अब हम ठीक है.
Means I've got paid a lump sum like that.
Or maybe we are just, this is how the relationship is, and and we are, how people continue to be in abusive things also. So
yeah, but there have also been these things of, even Ronaldo had that thing, no? That American girl, and then she was paid off, but there was that confidentiality clause that she broke, and therefore, that it didn't, because she was, I mean, why would you pay off someone unless something happened, right? So, I don't know.
Okay, that's a very different thing. Like, that's just looking a lot into it, that why would you pay off unless something happened or something like that. I don't know. But of course, there is some shizziness or some shittiness over there, but I would,
and there might be some shizziness also. That's how it usually works.
Yep.
Because when Tsitsipas is a porn star.
Tsitsipas. I keep forgetting who was the.
That's why bathroom breaks are so long. He's actually filming in there.
All right, that was So Mason Greenwood, we don't know what is the situation, but a lot of controversial things happening in football. Did you hear that Brentford striker? I don't know why I keep saying Ivan Toney. मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा Luca Toni बोलना दिमाग में आता name. I don't know.
What happened? What happened? Say.
So he's partying in some place, and he's trying to, he's with some chick, and who's just saying, say fuck Brentford, and he's like, fuck Brentford. And that video has gone viral now. Like, it's like basically, no, but you understand, right? If Ronaldo ka video aa jaye, fuck Manchester United, so it'd be a big deal for United fans. Just imagine how your husband would be
channeling your inner Ronaldo.
Yeah. So Aqua while placing. Yeah. So if it
say hi to Georgina on Netflix.
So yeah, so there's a lot of going on, and poor fellow has had to apologize also, that I meant no disrespect. He's basically trying to say in very different words, guys, I was just trying to score with this chick, and she wanted me to say it. I just said it, okay? Don't just kill me for it. But so he has some controversy around that, which is very funny. And Brentford haven't wasted time in signing Eriksen. Right? Eriksen, the guy basically who had that heart attack kind of a thing while playing in Euros, no? Denmark. You
Oh,
remember?
really?
Yeah, Brentford have signed him, Ericsson. This has been
Wow.
Brent, he's back. That guy's back in
Why?
Premier League. I'm really happy. I don't know. Apparently, even Tony can say fuck Brentford.
Yeah.
And Brentford is saying fuck even Tony. So now there is Ericsson who signed on, which is great because Ericsson's career was obviously ever since he has left Tottenham, he's been just all over the place. Inter में भी कुछ हुआ नहीं, सब कुछ ही चल रहा था. So it's great to be seeing him back. So I'm really happy about it. But a lot of interesting things happening in the transfer deadline. In the transfer season.
So apart from Mbappe going to Real Madrid,
next season.
and is Lingard Newcastle United sealed, or they're still in?
Dude, Lingard, from what I last read, Lingard had a face-to-face with Ragnick saying that I just want to leave, guys.
मेरे को जाना है.
I don't trust you guys. तुम रख लेते हो फिर खिलाते नहीं हो, फिर वो ग्रीनवुड को खिलाते रहते हो, जो अलग ही जगह पर फ्रस्ट्रेशन निकालता है. But so yeah, he's just and I feel bad for Lingard now because poor fellow has gotten trolled also so much about he तो YouTuber ही बनना चाहता है and he's just that and all that, and he's like recently there was some audience से कोई चिल्ला भी रहा था ना, do something, and Lingard is not even playing.
He's not playing.
He's just stretching. He's like, what do I do from here? Which is very fair. Poor fellow wants to play. He played for West Ham. He was amazing for West Ham when he was on loan last season. So
but even when he came back, he was fine. It was fine. It was just that there were so many of them. That's why so many of them are on loan now. Bailly has gone where?
What? I don't think Bailly has gone anywhere. Has he?
I think he's also gone.
Bailly was just in news because वो penalty miss किया अपने team के लिए Afcon में. Which is I think a United thing. They miss penalties all the time. All players of United miss penalties for their country. So
listen, yeah, this Rashford now. Don't be like that, yeah.
No. I was not doing a Rashford thing. Yeah, I mean he has fed too many people. He's fed too many kids.
That's what.
Yeah, he's just. Like sometimes I feel मेरे को भूख लगेगी तो Rashford आके खाना खिला के जाए.
I told I answer. Read his book now. Come on, read it.
Okay, yeah. Anu, have you frozen right now or you're back?
No.
I think your Wi-Fi was stuck for a second.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah. But yeah, biggest transfer news. Luiz Diaz has been signed on by Liverpool.
Were you looking for him? Were you looking for this Colombian from FC Porto? Was that what you were praying for? Or were you just happy that you signed someone?
I will be very honest. I was not even aware of Luiz Diaz's existence before that moment. Like, I mean, I genuinely had no idea about him, and which is sad because he's been doing great. Like he's been like killing it in Copa. He had a goal nominated for Ferenc Puskas, and these are all information I've gotten to know over the last 2 days. It's amazing how happy I've gotten about somebody coming to some place whom I did not even know existed. Yeah. So, but I guess that's how Liverpool obviously never goes for the big names paying a lot of money. This guy has huge potential. Everybody's saying obviously he's one of the best players in Portuguese league, and ever since Bruno has left, of course, there's a vacuum in the Portuguese league which was being filled by Luiz Diaz. Oh, my connection is unstable. I think it's my connection that's bad, and I was blaming you for that. But sorry.
I'm used to it. I'm used to be at the receiving end of this hurt and this accusations.
So Luiz Diaz is in Liverpool. I'm very happy about it. It's a great signing. I think he can do fantastic things. He has a great goals assist ratio. So under Klopp, Klopp obviously makes players much better. So I think Liverpool are really in a very good position. I just hope they are trying to sign another young kid from Fulham. Fabio Carvalho. So I just hope that signing works out, because if that also happens, this is crazy, because I genuinely had zero expectations from Liverpool signing anybody. I swear I did not expect a single signing. And if both of these two work out, it's a great thing for me. Like अभी Fulham के साथ वो negotiation चल रहा है. Liverpool बोल रहा है हम 5 million देगा, Fulham बोल रहा है हमें 15 million चाहिए और लोन पे भी चाहिए सीजन के लिए. तो लिवरपूल बोला हम साथ देगा.
So do they start immediately? Like, is there any sort of like, it's now
depends on the contract.
it's good.
Depends on the contract. So the contract, if the Fulham one, the contract is supposed to be this guy continues playing for Fulham for this season. Fulham is in basically the championship. It's in the second division.
Okay.
And Fulham is trying to make a push like they always do every 2 years to the first division. So Fulham, so that's why they want to retain him, because they are also number one right now in the championship table. So if they have him, it will obviously boost their chances. And Fabio Carvalho ka bahut time se has been link up with Liverpool has been going on. Luis Diaz ka bhi apparently I don't know how this was supposed to be a Tottenham ka. Tottenham was very interested for them, and he has been somebody whom Klopp and all these guys have been scouting for a long time. So the moment they heard that Tottenham is interested and is going for him, that's when they decided to match, and the guy was already in it for Luis Diaz for Liverpool. So I'm just very, very at a very happy place right now that deal has worked out. So very happy about that. But how do you feel about Van de Beek going to Everton?
I mean, I don't really care about anything. I just feel that there are so many players anyway. So whatever, it's like now it's like one giant purge of players. So I think they were also getting fried, no? Like where were their chances?
No, but
so they were also like
एवर्टन वैन डी विक के साथ वैन डी विक को तो भूल ही गए सब कि कैसा खेलता था कैसा नहीं खेलता था काफी सालों से सो बट आई थिंक एवर्टन हैज हैड अ वेरी happening transfer season this time, like with they have taken Lampard as their manager, then they have gotten Dele Alli from Tottenham and Van de Beek also, so they have had a pretty happening I'm very curious to see what will Everton be like after this.
Is this like what do I say? Is this been more hectic than normal? This transfer window, or this is how it is like normally, or is this been more sort of speculative and yeah?
I mean, maybe for me, for sure, because Liverpool signing anyway is a very rare occasion. So every time Liverpool signs, and Liverpool generally does sign, in January. Like they have made good signings in January. I think Van Dijk bhi January. I think क्या तो पता है Van Dijk भी था. Then Suarez also was a signing only. So they have had good signings, in whatever December, January signing in this. But this generally the this winter transfer thing it's supposed to be it's not supposed to be very happening. Generally ज़्यादा कुछ होता नहीं है. This I think after a couple few years इसमें इतने सारे signings हुए. This has been a very exciting time. मतलब just imagine, Frank Lampard back in the Premier League again as a manager. So we are seeing Lampard is there, Gerrard is there. It's really like.
But have they?
Almost
like I don't know. Like it's not like they've covered themselves in glory as managers also. No. Like what is this thing? Do you feel like
Gerrard
good players
Gerrard has done decent? Okay.
Don't make good managers. Huh? Very good players don't make good managers. Is there a thing? Like good players don't make good captains in cricket.
Nothing like that. Daglish. Hey, what do you think, Kohli? Kohli was a fantastic captain.
I was talking about Sachin.
I personally, like that. Yeah, but I think that's too much of a thing that good players can never make one, because I mean Zidane has been fantastic. He was one of the best players, and like actually it's easier because probably when you're a good player, the players automatically have to respect you. Like the thing with with all due respect to Ole, like the players, I don't know how much they were respecting him or treating him like the Mama Ji. कि अरे स्वीट से मामा जी आगे मिठाई लाएंगे. Whereas when there's a Zidane, like when there's a Zidane who walks in the managing room, you're like, man, this guy's like been there, done that, and he's like really crazy. And so when these players, like when and they attract immediately, they attract, like honestly speaking, whatever Steven Gerrard ever since joining Aston Villa, the kind of players he's getting, it's crazy. Like Coutinho aa gaya, Suarez ke sath link up chal raha tha. So suddenly you get a lot of high profile players also. And same with, I think the moment Lampard is coming, there is talk of Van de Beek has joined, Dele Alli has come from. So this is impressive shiz. So yeah, it's this for me, this has been a very happening transfer season, transfer kind of a season. So let's see. What happens?
And this Dembele's moved to PSG or what?
No, he's not. Oh, dude, that has been that's been a hilarious thing. So this Oba guy, in Arsenal, who's had a lot of issues with Arteta. Arteta hates Oba because I don't know, he's indisciplined and stuff. So he just wants him to leave. तो अब डेम्बेले अगर जाएगा PSG तभी बार्सिलोना के पास पैसा आएगा to sign Oba. But डेम्बेले to PSG वर्कआउट ही नहीं कर पा रहा और इसी चक्कर में उनके पास पैसा ही नहीं है और ओबा बार्सिलोना पहुंच गया है. Like yesterday he was in Barcelona, he reached Barcelona just to sign and everything, kind of trying to push on it. But Barca के पास पैसा ही नहीं है अभी क्योंकि डेम्बेले निकला ही नहीं है. And Dembele incidentally is the guy they purchased after selling Neymar. So it's just like Barcelona is just in a hilariously, it's like it's so funny the way the club is being run. It's just so, man, the school boy Abijit would be so happy to see all this. The dominant Barca being brought to their knees.
Shut up! They have 18-year-olds and 17-year-olds now.
Yeah, they can only afford them.
In the club. Yeah,
they can only afford them only. Yeah, it is very much now whatever they're called. So yeah, that's but some other also interesting signings in the transfer season. I think this guy who this Wout, whatever Gods or whatever his name is, to Burnley. It's amazing. This fellow is a 6'6" striker. So there's a whole relegation fight that goes on. No, like the last three clubs will get relegated. So the teams that are competing for not getting relegated are this Newcastle, who I really want to see relegated because that'd be amazing. Like they've been just purchased by these Arabic
So why do you want them to be relegated? Just because they're purchased by Arabs?
Because it's hilarious. So they have crazy 1500 million का budget है अभी उनके पास और वो relegate हो जाएंगे. So it would be so funny. So just for that, I just want to see them relegated. And they're trying to buy players left, right, and center right now. But it's between Newcastle, Burnley, Watford, and Norwich, of course, is there. So Burnley have bought this 6'6" striker who's been really good in Bundesliga, and this Vogods guy, and because Newcastle bought Chris Wood from Burnley, whom they might not even give a chance much, but they just want to make them weaker because it'd be like that much money that they have right now. Dude, Newcastle, if they get relegated, it'd be hilarious. It'll be just hilarious. It'll be so funny. I'll be like, wow, this is so amazing if Newcastle gets
What
relegated.
about Haaland? Is he staying where he is, or what is this thing? Or anyone can tempt him?
For now, he is. I mean, they have a long contract and everything. See, these guys also, the rumors and all, nobody wants to let these players go for free. So इनका contract के last 6 महीने में and all में ज़्यादा activity होने लग जाती है, which is why that Fabio Carvalho, like that guy, next 6 months में he will be up for free. तो इसीलिए वो सब भी बहुत ज़्यादा.
Which is the same with Mbappe also, no? They were waiting. Yeah.
Mbappe तो अब तो चला ही गया, वो तो नेक्स्ट सीजन खेलेगा ही मैड्रिड के लिए, तो वो तो मतलब वो हो ही गया. बट फाइनली चलो कुछ तो, आई मीन ला लीगा इतना दिन से एकदम स्टेप, मतलब ऐसा वाला ट्रीटमेंट देख रहा, nobody was very interested in watching La Liga only. So that's cool, that's good. That pretty much rounds up all of the football transfer happenings, if anything is left.
What is the time frame that all this happens? Like, is there a time frame?
Time frame as in today is the deadline.
Yeah, so it's like a week and everything must be done. Is it like that?
Today is the deadline. So only when the transfer season is going on, that's when all these transfers can take place. So today is the deadline, and right now, if it goes, it goes. So if thing is signed right now, it happens. Otherwise, bye for 5 months, 6 months, whenever. Yeah, 6 months basically.
But why is Pogba still like Pogba? No one like that. What happened? There was so much talk for some time over that, but nothing.
Pogba तो यार अभी इंजरी से वापस आएगा, तो Pogba का इस साल एक्चुअली बोलूंगा मैं, इस दो ट्रांसफर सीजन से मैंने सबसे कम I've been had the least amount of noise about Pogba transfer, because otherwise तो Pogba either back to UA or to Madrid or something चलता ही रहता है. The thing is right now Barcelona is like, actually this transfer is also being affected because a lot of these erstwhile powers are also like, Barcelona is fucking bankrupt. So like, and they have been a huge power trying to tempt away वो. अब Barcelona and Madrid already इतना top पे है, तो मैड्रिड कितना और फालतू में कितना खरीदते रहेंगे, वो एम्बापे को ले
yeah,
रहे हैं अब और कितना, तो ये
yeah,
that's also one of the reasons people say that Salah is getting suckered up into getting a bad deal because he's just at a bad time, right? The best footballer at a bad time. Like in the
yeah.
same situation 3 years back, he would have gotten a crazy amount of money and crazy
At
amount
a
of
bad
offers.
time, not with
But
a bad
right now,
team, right? That's just to clarify. Sorry, you were saying?
I will ignore that. And
Huh,
yes,
huh.
but yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So that's the case. But I just hope the Salah contract situation gets resolved. That's obviously nothing to do with the transfer. वो तो बाद में भी होता रह सकता है. Cool. I think
Cool.
I spoke a lot about suddenly with respect to the football, but it's okay.
No,
अचानक
we
से गला
must.
सूखा
We
सूखा
must
सा लग रहा है.
get up to speed with what's going on. Huh.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, whoever's watching, please smash that like button again and must comment कर दो. Comment करने से ऐसे algorithm जाता है and everything and all that. You know the drill. And anything else, Anu? Or are we sorted?
No, let's just keep our fingers crossed now for Feb 6th. Huh? For
Yes, absolutely.
Ahmedabad, the
Feb 6.
first run, and then Kolkata, the next run. Also, 2 Tamil Nadu boys are
Yes.
there in the reserves, in Shah Rukh Khan and Sai Kishore. So they can't play Ranji Trophy now for Tamil Nadu because they're there in the reserves in the squad, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah.
Shah Rukh Khan is amazing, man. He's
He is
damn
actually.
good.
Really,
He
yeah.
is.
Actually, I'm
the
quite
one who-
excited for the auction. I'll be honest. Like I'm excited to see who goes where. Given that there were some people we thought would be retained who are not retained. And who is going to captain Bangalore? So I'm excited.
And some people who thought would not be retained are retained.
Yeah. I'm also so excited that Hardik Pandya is captaining Ahmedabad. So much to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, so please watch all the other sporting action that's going on. The FIH Pro League that's going on, the India West Indies series that will be happening, and of course Premier League will be coming back next week. And yeah, looking forward. No, not next week. I think next to next week. Yeah, but yeah, looking forward to that. And till then, yes, keep smashing that like button. And this is Abijit and Anu from On the Bench signing off. Anu, you want to say bye?
Bye, Abhijit. I'll see you soon. And
Bye.
thank you for your messages of love and support about Nadal winning. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Tweet it.
Even though you wanted Medvedev to win, you still thought of me and my weak heart through it.
Absolutely. I'm one of our nicer guys. That is the reason I come first and try to, but okay. Bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye. See you.